All right, so let's add some use cases, right, where I would like to be able to navigate to an admin page, right, if I am in a particular role, like an admin role, right. So for instance, if there would be an additional link here, maybe we'll call it the admin link, right, and that link would navigate me to #bang admin, right? And only administrators should be able to navigate there, and there would be perhaps a template for that, right? There would be a route for that. If you go to the admin route, then you would see, some admin page that would allow you maybe to create, remove users. Right? Let's not have a controller just yet. And in the admin, so this would be admin templates. We might have things such as let's see, admin, and this would be in there. Might have some templates. So templates. You might have here, admin dot template view dot client dot HTML. And for now, let's just do an h1 admin for now. Okay, all right. So if I refresh this and I click on admin, it navigates me to an admin view. Are we okay? Right. So what we'd like to be able to do is first drive the fact that we want to show this, hide or show this, depending on whether you have the role, admin role, right? So first that, right? The next thing would be obviously somebody can take a look at the HTML, that even if they're not in the admin link, if they don't have the admin role, they could certainly take a look at the HTML document and notice that it says, ooh, there's an admin link. It's not being shown. It's not part of the DOM, right? It's just being hidden. But it gives me an idea that it says, ooh, perhaps there is an admin, right? I can navigate there. So this is in the public, so anybody can look at this, right? Even if I don't show it, right? Somebody could look at this and try to navigate to the admin. So we need to also protect navigation to this page, right? Using similar mechanisms that not only do you need to be logged in, but you also need to have the admin role, right? Those two things. And even then, right? Someone could, using JavaScript injection, thwart our client-side logic, and even then navigate to the admin side. So somebody might actually make it to the admin page. So all that security needs to be backed by server-side logic, right? That even if you make it to where you're not supposed to be, your identity in the cookie cannot be thwarted with, right? Because that was generated by the server. Only the server knows who your identity is. And even if you try to tamper with the cookie, the server will know, right? And so it won't let you through. So even if you go to the admin page, you start trying to issue commands from the admin page, any of those HTTP requests to list existing users, create new users, or change user profiles, or whatever, right? All those commands will be intercepted by the server, right, and be validated against the role for that particular user identity, right? So always we need to back it up with server-side logic. So anyway, so first let's work on handling the role, okay, or of representing the role. All right. So to do that, we'll need to change the model, the user model, to be able to support roles, right? And so we could go into the schema and we can add roles in here, right? Now we could have just a single role, just as a plain old string, okay, and the role can just be a particular value, right? That some static value, or it could be several roles, right? It could be an array of roles. It could be an array of roles. Now you can you know, you could be in different several roles. So I could be a faculty, but at the same time I could be working in the registrar's office, right? So, and I can, you know, depending on I'm just an employee or a user, or and depending on what system I might be using, I might have different roles, right? And depending on that role, I have different affordances that I can work with. So here the roles, we might want to add some validation, right? That the roles can only be taken from a particular subset of valid values. In Mongoose, you could do that. You could do that validation. Not MongoDB. MongoDB doesn't really care what you're going to put in there. But Mongoose does give us that layer of abstraction of validation, you know, against any valid values that we're going to put in here. So what we could do is say that this is a string. The type is string, but then add some validation here, saying that the role, we could give it a default role. Maybe the default role is that you are just a user. So everybody is default user. So if you don't give me the role, I'll default it to just plain old user. And I can also give you an enumerated data type and say that these are the valid values, right, for this string. Right? It could not be anything other than these values. So certainly user, right? Maybe you could be a student. Maybe you could be a faculty. Maybe you could be an admin, right? So the values for the strings inside of this array, you know, by default they're going to be user, or they can be any of these, right? Any new string that is added to the array needs to be in this in these enumerated data types. Make sense? All right. All right. So let's see. So what we'd like to be able to do is that when a user is added, right, on the server side, when it's created, when the user is created, create the user. What we'd like to be able to do is by default, you know, give them that role, right? We're going to say user roles. We're going to initialize it to be the array of that says the fact that I am a user, right? And then it is added. It is added into the database, right? And that's going to be for any user that's created. And then the admin could perhaps add roles to that user, right? By updating the roles array. So let's play around with that first. Right? Let's play around with that first. Let me restart the server, and let's create a couple of new users. So let's go back and register a couple of users. So let's go with Dan, Dan, and Dan, and let's register. And if we look at the network, when it went to the check logged in, you'll notice that the roles didn't work. Wait, what? Why did it not work? Roles. Is empty. User.roles, create user. Let me put a breakpoint here. Make sure that it's indeed coming in there. Let's go back. Let's log out. And let's create a new user. Just for test purposes, register. Looks like we're not hitting that create. Oh, I know. We're hitting register, right? Not create. Okay, so notice that in both cases we're using the user model create. So maybe that'd be a better place to put it, right? In the model side. Right? So let's go into the model, in user model, and in the create user over here, we want to make sure that we add the array there. All right, let's try that again. Let's restart the server. And let's refresh. Let's go kick us back to the login page because nobody's logged in. Register. Let's try a couple more users. Register. Okay, so we're in the profile. Let's look at check logged in. And indeed we have the array of user, the array of roles, which has currently the user role. Okay. All right. So let's now look on being able to modify the role. Now, the only person who should be allowed to modify the role should be the admin, and it should be allowed to be done from an admin page, right? So since we don't have the admin role just yet, right? So let's first focus on being able to maybe we can add them and by hand add the role to someone, right? So for instance, let's register. Let's log out and let's register as admin. Let's register. Right now, the admin user only has the role of user, right? So let's manually, using Mongoose, go in and add the role of admin. Okay, so let's do that. We can go and just start Mongo, and we can show the databases. And then we can use the summer one here. And we can say db.find show collections first. Show collections, and I believe it's this one right here, right? So it'd be db.this.find.pretty. Where's our admin? Oh, did I just use graduate? I'm sorry. Show collections, so it's undergraduate users. Thank you. So db dot and then find, and there's our new one. We just created admin right there, right? So let's add the admin role to this. So we'll say db dot undergraduate user dot update whose username is admin. And I want to set the roles to be the following array of the user that was already there, and we could have used $push too. So admin. I think that worked. Let's find again. There it is. So we have admin having both roles, user and admin. Okay. All right, so if I refresh, now I'm currently logged in as admin, and notice that my check logged in comes back with both roles, user and admin. And we can use this mechanism at the home page to drive the fact that we have this admin link or not, right? So for instance, in the home page, back in the home page, we could say show this admin only if, so only show this if the model dot current user dot roles, right, index of admin. So if it's in there, meaning if it's greater than -1, meaning is the admin, we could put this logic in the controller, right? We could put it in the controller instead. It would look prettier. But right now we can check to see if the admin string is inside of the roles array. If it's in there, then show admin. So for instance, if I refresh, the admin is there. But if I log in as someone else, so if I log out and go back to the home page, notice that the admin link is not there. Right, the admin is not there because there's nobody logged in. Or if I log in as Poe, who's not an admin, local strategy, keep going, logging in, and then go to the home page. Notice that the admin link is not there anymore, but notice it knows that I'm logged in because of the profile, right? So that only if I am an admin, right, and I go to the home page, then I can navigate to the admin link. Make sense, right? But we still need to protect this, right? Because even though Poe is not admin, right, he could be smart and check to see, right, that they can look at the DOM, right, and perusing through the DOM, realize that there's a link in there. Where are they? There they are. There is a link there that gives us a hint about some admin thing in there, right? And people can start trying to guess what the URL might have been, and go there anyway, right? So certainly we need to protect it, and we can protect it by following the same kind of mechanisms that we had earlier, right? We can just like we have check user or check logged in, right? For the admin side, we can do something similar, right? We can say resolve, right, and say current user, and this would be check admin. Right, check admin. So check admin is going to check to see not only are you logged in, right, but this is on the server side, right? And the server side is going to check, are you logged in? And if you're logged in, is the current user's admin role in that array, right? And if it's not there, then it won't let me log in, not let me navigate there. So check admin is going to be almost identical to this, and you can each one could have its own little navigation logic. Okay, so this could be check admin. So this would be maybe on the server side, and this maybe we can navigate maybe to the home page. If you're not we logged in, then maybe we can navigate you to the home page or wherever you want, right? Wherever you want. So check admin actually might come back as a current user. The current user might be 0 or might be logged in, right? Might be logged in. So depending what the server comes back as, we can then decide to navigate you one way or another, and we'll do that next on the server side. Okay.